Welcome back, everybody, to Muscle Car Central's YouTube channel. I'm Ben Tucker with Camaro and Firebird Central. If you notice, we're not in our shop today. We're here with Chad Kennedy from Kennedy's Performance. We've got our L99. We've got Jerry Fry. Today, we're going to really figure out what we need to do to get rid of the VVT, put this L99 into our 67 Camaro. So with Chad Kennedy's help and knowledge, he's going to let us know what we need to do to make this motor basically an LS3 that'll fit in our old Camaro. Chad, tell me a little bit about, cam swapping an L99. Why do we really need to put a cam in here so we can put it in our older car?
Well, first off, we got to put a better cam in it. Something that sounds a little bit more better than stock. It's going at 67 Camaro. It's got to sound cool, right?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to get rid of the active fuel management, or DOD, delete, cylinder deactivation. Everybody calls it by something different, but we're going to eliminate that. That way it won't go from the 8-cylinder mode down to 4-cylinder mode. They have issues with lifters failing and wiping out.
Nobody needs a 4-cylinder Camaro.
No.
Yeah.
So to do that, we'll have to pull the intake off. The cylinder heads will have to come completely off, and everything on the front of the engine. We'll also be replacing the oil pan while we're at it, because that has to come off also. We'll clean up the heads. Probably go ahead and do a complete valve job on them, make them like new, so when they go on, it'll look nice. We'll degree in the camshaft. We'll measure everything, take all the proper measurements, make sure that once you get it back together into the car, everything's going to run the way that's supposed to.
Dude, Chad, honestly, we're excited. We're excited to be here with you. Guys, I don't know if you know, Chad Kennedy and me were childhood friends. We met at a church camp. At that church camp, there's a guy named Kevin Richardson that was there. Yes, a Backstreet Boys. What about that, Chad?
That's right. He didn't invite us up to his house where we all became really good friends.
We really did. Pretty cool story. And now here, years later, working with Camaro and Firebird Central, Kennedy Performance, Lexington, Kentucky. These guys are the premier engine builders. We have over here, if we can get a shot, we've got Cylinder Head Machine. His daughter Chloe was just here. I think she ran off, maybe got a little camera shy. But it's all in-house, from doing the blocks to cylinder heads to installation.
Sometimes the installation, depending on the car.
Hold on. We see Chloe. We got to get a little shot of Chloe while we're here. It's a father-daughter combo. Hello. Working in the shop. Chloe, what are you working on today?
Today I'm working on some Mopar cylinder heads, finishing them up from yesterday. So I did the valve job, and then we'll go ahead and resurface them. I'll go ahead and clean the parts. We'll deburr everything, clean them, and then we'll put them back together.
Man, pretty dang cool. Well, we got a pretty big job for you. So not only did we bring, the stuff to do what we talked about, putting a cam swap in there, we got with Holley. Holley gave us their mid-mount whole engine accessory kit. So all this is going to come off the front. Jerry's going to be, I'm not, who's going to be putting that on?
I would say we leave it up to the professional here. Let them button it up. We'll take it back.
You got parts?
We like playing with toys.
Yeah.
We got some parts for you to put on. Legit, it's going to be a whole new front system, water pump, compressor, power steering pump.
Integrated brackets for your AC, alternator, and power steering. It'll look OEM.
Holley does some cool stuff. Now tell Jerry, since what are we going to do with this? Plastic intake. We don't want that in our old car.
Well, probably not in a retro Camaro.
Nope.
So, what we want to see when you pop the hood is something a little more traditional. So Holley has been kind enough to send us a new intake. It'll accept the throttle body, and then it'll also get an air cleaner that looks a little more vintage with a dual snorkel. Of course, you can't hide everything, but at least initial appearance will be.
You pop the hood and you see a chrome air cleaner lid, 2 snorkels. Yeah. That's pretty vintage.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be cool. I'm excited on that. Back to the camshaft. We were talking, and you're like, yeah, I think I can do that, no problem. I told you I was talking to some other people that had, a valve stem VVT delete kit. And you said, Ben, you need to reach out to BTR, Brian Tooley.
Right. They're local people here located in Bardstown, Kentucky. Brian Tooley's been in the industry for many years. He's built an awesome company that's taken off like a rocket. I like supporting his products, and they do a good job at developing and testing their products as well.
And it looks like he's got a whole kit set up just for what you need to do.
They do a great job of putting a kit together to where you have everything down to the last gasket or bolt that you may need, and it takes a lot of your research time out on the individual that's buying the kit.
Big time. I mean, legitimately, he gave me an itemized list of that one part number to buy that kit with everything in it. Is almost 3 pages or 2.5 pages.
Yep.
Gaskets, bolts, chains, timing cover, cam lifters, springs, locks, push rods. I mean, they really did good, so I really do appreciate you giving me that information to call
I remember
them.
the first kit I ordered, because I didn't have time to spec everything out on my own, which we're wholesale with a lot of vendors where we could have gotten a lot cheaper, but sometimes you have to take in how much time are you going to spend on it, or just pay a little bit more, pay somebody else and get it all. And I talked to Michael Tooley, which is Brian Tooley's son. He showed me everything. I was really impressed on the amount of detail. I did not have to go and search for anything.
Yeah,
everything was there.
How much time is that sitting at the computer trying to figure out, order this from one company, order this from
We'll have to go to the parts store and get a gasket. It was all there, so it made it very efficient.
And guys, I recommend for the swaps, if it's not something you do every day, take it to the guys that do it every day. You know, I could have fumbled around with it for a week, maybe gotten it right, maybe not. And then what? You put it in the vehicle, you find out I forgot something, didn't do something right, didn't degree it correctly. Take it to a professional.
Absolutely. That's kind of what we're doing. So GM 2010 through 2015, if you had the LS hooked to a 6-speed automatic, it's an L99. To run most of your today's controllers for the fuel management, for that transmission, it needs to be converted to an LS3. That's why we're here with Kennedy's Performance. They're going to get this job done for us. We're going to have a good time doing it.
That's right.
I really do appreciate you having us here and taking this job on. Is there anything else you want to share? No?
It's great to see you again. Thank you very much for coming in and taking the opportunity to give us the opportunity to do this for you all. I think it's going to work out great.
I'm excited,
I'd
man.
like to compliment you on your cleanliness and the amount of machines that you have invested in.
We try to keep it clean, but keeping a machine shop clean is we probably spend 75% of the time cleaning up after ourselves. It's very difficult, but it's very important to me.
It makes a difference.
Yeah,
It does. It's
when
impressive.
you take your engine parts somewhere, you want to feel comfortable leaving it there. You don't want to take it into a dirty shop, because if you have a dirty shop, you're not going to do good work. The cleaner it is, the more comfortable you are. You drop something on the ground, you'll be able to find it, rather than being in with a lot of other dirt that's on the floor. So it's very important to me to try to keep a clean shop.
Well, you done good. It definitely shows. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
You know, guys, remember, hit that link below, subscribe and like.